What you know about video games, huh? You think you play video games, you know a thing or two, and you can make the greatest top 10 list? This video is going to be a top 10 list of my favorite video games ever. Minecraft. Shouldn't be a surprise to any of you that this made it onto my top 10 list. Personally, for me, I think Minecraft is the best video game ever to release ever in the entire video game universe. Minecraft's got everything. It's got the exploration, the RPG elements, the multiplayer, single player, building, farming, crafting, whatever it is that you want inside of a game. Minecraft probably has. I've been playing Minecraft since it released, and a decade later, I can make a new world, hop on it with friends, and still have a great time. It's a classic, timeless game, easy for anybody to understand and pick up. You can play with your significant other, parents, kids. There's something in it for everybody. Minecraft, best game ever made, period. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Self-explanatory, revolutionary, best Call of Duty ever made. Legit changed gaming forever. Greasy 10-year-old me, dick in one hand, playing claw with the other, sweating on kids. If you grew up playing Modern Warfare 2 during its prime, you understand when I say things like the sniping and trickshotting community, Michael Myers, quickscope lobbies, going for nukes with random classes, the whole package. YouTube gaming, dominated by it. You had the people going for nukes, sweating their asses off. You had the commentary channels, CNanners, the entire trickshotting and sniping community, the FaZe Clan, Soars, Dare, TSU. It wasn't just Modern Warfare 2. It was also like gaming culture. If you played Modern Warfare 2 on Xbox, you understand what I'm talking about. Kids trying to scam you for 1,600 Microsoft points for 10th prestige lobbies, or like everyone having to use game chat when you played Search and Destroy because you couldn't be in an Xbox party chat. Clan fanboys putting like FaZe and shit in front of their names. XX random up and down lighters, XX at the end of them. Just that entire era and everything that came with Modern Warfare 2. It's not even a normie answer, it's the truth. Modern Warfare 2, revolutionary, classic. I hope Modern Warfare 2 gets a remaster at some point, like how they did it with COD 4. That shit would be sick. RuneScape's got a very special place in my heart, and it makes it onto that top 10 list without question. I don't play it that much anymore, but I owe it to my younger self when I was grinding the fuck out of it, 99 fire making type beat. It's one of those games that I've been playing legit since I was like 6-7 years old. That's still relevant nowadays. RuneScape for me is just a whole of a game. If I buy RuneScape mems for a month, I'm committing for that month that every single waking second is no XP waste. The game completely consumes my life, it becomes my life. Every time that I'm just chilling on my computer and I'm not on RuneScape doing something when I have mems, it's XP wasting. It controls my life for that month. For those of you guys who don't understand, when you grind RuneScape, no XP waste lifestyle, blood, sweat, tears, cum, everything goes into it. And I recently just got into playing World of Warcraft, literally just started like a couple months ago, have never touched WoW before. WoW is a lot of fun. Like I definitely understand how people like play the fuck out of that game. It's their favorite MMO, but it's not RuneScape. You know what I'm saying? RuneScape has that nostalgic culture for me. Probably going to be playing RuneScape for the rest of my life. It's top tier, definitely makes my top 10 list. RuneScape, classic. Another game series that's my entire childhood in a nutshell, Pokemon Generation 3, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and Pokemon Coliseum. If I had to choose out of all of them, probably Sapphire, because Kyogre is sick as fuck. One of the only things that I keep strapped on me at all times. This right here is the only way to play Pokemon games. Hello? $30 million, cancel. If you're using an emulator and you're clicking that button that makes you go fast as fuck so you can just speed run the game, what are you doing? Grab your nuts, get a grip of reality, and go play Pokemon like a real man. I also think Generation 3 has the coolest Pokemon out of all the generations. Cacturne's like one of my favorite Pokemon. Dude, like countless late night sessions like this underneath my covers, sweating my ass off because I'm basically suffocating. Pokemon Generation 3, specifically Sapphire, gets a spot on my top 10, without a doubt. Now, I wanted to keep this list like pretty diverse, and I didn't want to have like multiple games of the same genre, but Halo 3, without a doubt, deserves a spot on this list. I'm also going to bundle ODST with it. I know that I'm kind of cheating the system a little bit, putting two games into one. Only reason I'm letting it slide is because when you bought ODST, it also came with Halo 3 multiplayer. Halo 3 ODST didn't have its own multiplayer besides like Firefight, so it came bundled with Halo 3 multiplayer. You understand what I'm saying? Shut up. Halo 3 multiplayer was like one of the first games, if not the first game, to break through online multiplayer gaming. It was revolutionary. You could play with your friends from different households, play with people in Japan, all around the world on that piece of shit fucking Xbox mic. Halo 3 was like also kind of like Modern Warfare 2, where it had like its own kind of culture to it, because it was only available on Xbox, so that whole like Xbox 360 culture that came with Modern Warfare 2 also kind of came with Halo, or I should say even like originated with Halo. Another thing I remember is like watching top 10s on YouTube by this guy Anoj. He worked for like Machinima, that piece of shit company. If you have any idea what I'm talking about, you're amazing. Oh my god, and I almost forgot about Forge mode. Dude, Halo's the GOAT. You can't tell me any different. Halo is one of the greatest games to ever exist, ever, period. If you know, then you know. If you played Halo 3 during its peak, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now we're getting a little bit into more niche categories, some more personal favorites of mine, ones that aren't very popular. They were popular for the time, but this isn't going to be in like every single person's top 10 list. Sonic Adventure 2, my favorite game on GameCube and my favorite Sonic game period. Growing up, I wasn't a Mario kid, I was a Sonic and Rayman kid. I don't got much to say about this game besides that I just love it. I love the music, the diversity with the characters, how like when you play as Knuckles, it's like more of a scavenger hunt, and then you switch up the playstyle when you play Sonic. And then there's the whole Chow system, then there's like the race cars, the mini games. I just love the game and I love Sonic's cute ass. So 10 out of 10 would recommend, definitely makes my top 10. Piss some of you guys off. I'm putting Overwatch on my top 10, my favorite competitive game of all time. To be fair though, the reason I love Overwatch so much is because I love Doomfist. If Doomfist never got released into Overwatch, I wouldn't play that piece of shit game. Hashtag put Doomfist in Smash. Fuck Waluigi. I haven't played Overwatch in like a good year. I quit because the devs don't give a shit. Hey, we have this amazing 6v6 team-based shooter with different roles and characters that's fun and engaging. People love them. Crazy skins, amazing cosmetics. So great, so amazing. We love our player base. Let's just fuck off and make a completely new game that no one asked for. What are they doing? Why? So up until Overwatch comes out, Overwatch is on the back burner for me. I'm not playing it in its current state. It's a piece of shit. But it's still my favorite competitive game of all time, and it definitely makes my top 10 list because I love Doom Dick. Now we talk about my favorite single player game, which is Dishonored 2. I've always been a fan of games that have like interesting and unique movement that make me feel like a ninja. You can do the entire game stealth playthrough, blinking all over the place, teleporting everywhere with all the different powers and stuff. It allows you to play the game differently every single time. Love Dishonored 2, couldn't have recommended more. It's like one of the only single player games that I can replay constantly and like not get bored of. Dishonored 2 gets a top 10 for sure. Now, for my favorite puzzle/co-op game to play with somebody else, it has to go to Portal 2. I beat it multiple times with multiple people, and it's always a good time. Even though I know like most of the puzzles now because I beat it so much, the atmosphere and the lore of the whole game is sick to dive into. I love puzzle games, and I played like a good amount of puzzle games. Portal 2 just does it the best. Love puzzle games, love Portal 2, and I love you. Top 10 for sure. Last but certainly not least, the final spot on my top 10 favorite video games of all time goes to Skate 3. Hours, the amount of friendships, the amount of creativity there is in that game. There isn't much to say about it besides if you've played Skate 3, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Building your own parks, playing with your friends, cruising around the street, just shredding. The music selection in the game is mod. Skate 3 is an easy pick. If you know, you know. Definitely a good game to close off my top 10. So that's my top 10 list. I'm going to read out every single game and post them on the screen. We got Minecraft, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, RuneScape, Pokemon Generation 3, Sapphire specifically, Halo 3 ODST, Sonic Adventure 2, Overwatch, Dishonored, Portal 2, and Skate 3. Those are my solid top 10 favorite games of all time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to list off some honorable mentions, some ones that definitely could have made the top 10, but like we only got 10 slots. Get a piece of my nostalgia or kind of games that I've been fucking with that are a lot newer. Number 1, we got Inside. It's like a side scroller puzzle, kind of very eerie, make your own story kind of game. 100% recommend Inside. I love that game. It's made by the same people who made Limbo, if you guys remember that game. They're coming out with a new game. I think it's called Somerville in 2022. Definitely going to be playing that. Next up, we got SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. What do you know about the Kev Force Vine Slide speedrun? You're talking to the world record holder. That's all I'm telling you. Love this game. Had it on GameCube. Bought the Rehydrated. Played on Steam. 100%ed it. Love this game. Superliminal. This game caught me by surprise. I just recently played it within like the past year or so. I did like a one sitting full on straight playthrough and I even streamed it and made a video. I'm going to pop it up somewhere here. This game could have easily beat Portal 2 and made it onto my top 10. Probably my second favorite puzzle game ever. It like fucks with perspective. It's trippy as shit. Highly recommend Superliminal. Love it. 10 out of 10. Next up, we got a game called Astroneer. This one also caught me by surprise. I don't really know how to describe Astroneer. It's like a survival game, but it's like different. There's like automation, crafting, the exploration in the game is wild. Super fun game. Definitely gonna play it again at some point. Spyro 3 Year the Dragon, an older game, classic. Just full on nostalgia. Love that game. Battle Block Theater, really good platformer game. fun to play with friends. Played the shit out of it on Xbox, now recently playing it again on Steam. Love Battle Block Theater. That game's always a good time. Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc. Like I said, I wasn't a Mario guy growing up. I was mainly a Rayman and Sonic guy. Just another one of those games that are super nostalgic. Played it on PS1. Great game, fantastic. Next up, we got Terraria. Self-explanatory. Terraria is a great game. Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. Played it on GameCube, DS, and Steam. The new one's coming out. Super excited for that one. Lego Star Wars, thumbs up approval. Splinter Cell Blacklist. Again, if it wasn't for Dishonored 2, this game would have taken the cake as my favorite stealthy game. Loved playing it co-op. Loved the single player. Loved the stealthy aspect. And last but not least, we got Far Cry 3. Loved Far Cry 3. Played it long time ago. Played Far Cry 4. Didn't really like it that much. Far Cry 3 is where it's at. All these games in my book are like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I already know there are going to be some of you thinking I'm psycho for not putting GTA up here. I never really played GTA like that. I played like Vice City and then like a bit of GTA 4 and then I beat like GTA 5 once. Not to say that it wasn't a great game and I didn't enjoy myself. I just didn't play it enough for it to even like make it into my top 20. Skyrim is also another one that I never played. I never played a Skyrim in my life. Cyberpunk could have been on my top 10 if it wasn't such a piece of dog shit. As for like Counter-Strike, Fortnite, Valorant, PUBG, like those games, I have a lot of hours on them, but I wouldn't even consider them like my favorite games. It's like those games that you play because your friends play it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my top 10 favorite games of all time. Let me know what you guys think about it down below. Appreciate you guys for watching. That's gonna be it for me. I'll talk to you later. Peace.